Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it? You already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Back to basics, homie. Back to basics. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye-ya. Bye-ya. All it is, you can tell by that thumbnail right there. Yes, indeedy. Graffiti all over the bus, right? We're about to get into it in a menudo style, in a direct fashion, indubitably, bang, motherfucking bang, bang. We got to get straight into it, right? You have that tío, that uncle. Everybody has him. Hey, Holmes, go get your uncle, eh? You know what I mean? That one tío that, hey, no matter what you do and what you say, you got to have respect for him, but fuck, bro. They're about to be fucking everything up, right? He gets into a whole lot of shit, and he always involves you. You're going to have to back his play. You're going to have to fucking speak up for him. You know, but you respect him because at one point in time, he was that veterano. He was that one, right? He was that one that when you were around him, you admired him. You looked up to him. He gave you klecha, education, knowledge you definitely couldn't get in college. Let me tell you, my tío Joe, he put me up on game. A lot of the shit I do right here, I owe to him. That vato right there was that one, right? But let me tell you some stories about him, right? As he got on in years, he got crazier and crazier. You know, his mentality was always pinta and the spoon. Okay, that's his mentality. Now, I love my tío. Rest in peace, my tío. The heaviest and the biggest influence I ever had in my life came from this guy. Okay, like I said, everything he was and everything he aspired to be, I aspired to be myself. You know, if that vato ate cornflakes, so did I ate frosted flakes. So I was always trying to be one step ahead because I wanted to get his approval. I wanted him to acknowledge me as a true gangster like he was. See, there was no one else in my life I modeled my life after. If he went and got a taca, viva mi raza or mi gente, right? I go in and say, fucking the northern raza or the northern gente. I always was right there alongside of him on my gangbanging tip, right? That was mandatory. That was just the way it was, right? So a lot of what I became, I owed to him. Now, some good, some bad. You know, but I never placed blame on anyone. I knew that it was my decision to act the way I wanted to act, but he was my role model. Spensa la tira, somebody in a spoon like that, off that black, to be a role model, I can't call it, but fuck it, that's just the way it turned out. Now, I want to tell you a couple funny stories about my tío. Just how crazy he got as he got older. You know, as he got older, he got sicker. You know, he was in the pinta back in the 70s and 80s, and of course, man, anyone that was there back then, they indulged a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But that was his story, right? So he got out and he became sick. And as the years passed, man, he never put his burdens on anybody. He never said, hey, boss, I'm sick, leave me alone. Charlie, if you needed him, he was there. How and to what degree of there? Didn't have no license, you know what I mean? Didn't have no car, but he would always end up showing up. Whether it was on bike, skateboard, whatever the fuck, rollerbladed. That vato would be, he'd ice skate to you, right? He'd make sure that he was there. You always felt comfortable in knowing he had your back. To what degree of having your back? I don't know. Sometimes he'll get there and you'll get your ass kicked, and the way of him having your back is, see, I told you, shouldn't have dropped out. That's on you, right? That was his shit. But I remember there was a few times in a few situations where me and my tío actually, yelled at each other. I felt like I always broke it down. I always apologized because, I couldn't disrespect about this. As much as I hated the fact that he acted stupid sometimes, I couldn't disrespect him. Well, after the fact, I'd be like, shut the fuck up, Holmes. I ain't no fucking scared of you. I ain't no scared of you, eh? I ain't no scared of you, spider, right? I'd hit him with a whole bunch of bullshit. And then he'd be like, what? And then I'd see the disappointment in his eyes. I'd be like, I'm just kidding, deal. You know what I mean? Sometimes you play too much, right? And I'd hit him with the, I'm just playing. But I had nothing but love and nothing but respect for him. And, here's a funny story about me and him. So trip out. I'm living up out of state, right? I'm living up in Seattle, Washington, well, near Seattle, Washington. There's a lot of clubs up there, right? There's a lot of clubs. And I'm telling you right now, the wiggle was real out there, right? And it got so real, I'd been out there for about a year that I had met some friends at work. Some white guys sprinkle in the woods, brother, right? But these dudes were hella cool. And I had one particular friend named Scott. And he liked to go out on the weekends, him and his old lady. He always had a different old lady, right? He was doing, for a big, ugly, dopey-looking motherfucker, that fool was a player. He had Arby's, right? Not white guys. I hit a couple of them, but he had them, though. He always had a different chick, right? Some exotic ones, too. I was like, damn, what fucking app are you going on to get these, right? Or how much are you paying for these ones? These Russian mail order brides or whatever. But he always had one. So he's like, hey, bro, are we going to go out next weekend? Let's go hit this fucking strip club. Now, there was a strip club that we used to hit that we'd go there so many times. I was a VIP. You know what I mean? Dollars all over the place. The chicks knew me. So I used to get invited to the back room, if you know what I'm saying. Utterly showgirls, right? I would get invited to the back room where they're changing, all that. I had a couple homegirls back there. They'd be, hey, we used to cake it, chop it up. They'd go out in the back. There was a back patio. They'd smoke a leño. It's all good. You know, that's how the stripper life, eh? And I was just back there all happy, like, oh, I've never been in no fucking. I'm trying to see what this be like, right? But that became a normal thing. So anyways, the homeboy's like, hey, let's go to the spot. Boom, it's all good. I was like, shit, you ain't got to tell me but once. You just got to get, look, let's go. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck where we're going. Well, my Theo had been coming. He had been on his way up there, right? So he was going to stay with us for about a month. So I was like, all right, hey, you know what? My Theo ain't never been in no motherfucking strip clubs like this, because in the Bay Area, there's a lot of strip clubs. And of course, in the Valle, there's not too many. He never really frequented that. You know, that wasn't his thing. Like I said, he was up in that motherfucker spoon, dope in that spoon, all right, yeah, right. He was getting his swim on over there, or he was gangbanging. So he never got to enjoy the good things in life. Now, to a man, it's a great thing to go to a strip club, have a good time, man, get your drink on, just unwind and relax. And if you can get a little at the end, and the winner is. Okay, it's like bingo. You know what I mean? Bingo, I got it, right? The winner. So I was like, hey, I'm going to take my Theo. So I told the homeboy, hey, my Theo's coming, bro. I'm going to bring him. It's all good. He was like, yeah, I want to meet him. You always talk about him. You know, he's a cool dude. But what he didn't know, and what I didn't tell him was my Theo, he's one of the vatos that walks in and wants all the attention on him, the spotlight, the life of the party. Loud motherfucker, right? And towards the end of his life, he had a drinking problem, right? The problem was he drank a lot but never paid for it, right? You know what I mean? Wanted everyone else to pay. That was the problem. Houston, we have a fucking problem here. So I didn't give him the bad, only the good. Hey, my Theo's cool. He's all good. I mean, he's an OG. He's a vet. He can dance underwater and not get wet. Don't trip. He's coming, right? He's like, all right, yeah, good. So trip out, right? He comes. And my Theo's right there. And hey, my Theo's the type, I told him, you sleep in this room right here. The next day when I came downstairs to look in the room, it was like a prison cell. Everything was folded, creased up, every fucking thing. He had all his Irish Springs stacked up in deodorants. He had about 7 deodorants, different ones. I was like, damn, this ain't Pelican Bay. He said, no, I like to keep my shit, you know, the way I like it. Straight fucking institutionalized. I was like, all right, that's cool, right? He was like, hey, he had my ironing board, my iron in his room. He said, hey, this is going to stay here because I use it more than you do. As you can tell, I'm all wrinkled up. That vato was like, this is what I do. He's the type of motherfucker, creased up, hush puppy, Stacey Adams, baby cuffs at all times, right? OG, just an OG motherfucker, right? Like I said, 70s, 80s, they rock different. You know, even to the 90s era. The 90s era, we baby cuffed it up too, but that's because we're too busy shooting people, allegedly. Anyway, so look, he's like, hey, we're going to go to the club tonight. I said, yeah, I'm going to take you, bro. We're going to get hella drunk. He was like, yeah, I'm feeling that. I knew he was because that motherfucker looked thirsty, right? Thirsty Thursday. That motherfucker was, I need a 40, 6 in the morning, right? So anyways, he's ironing his shit. He's having a good time. If you should lose me. He's bumping his music. And that's one thing I liked about my Theo. He was old school. He was off that old school. The Delphonics, Stylistics, some Fleetwood Mac, throw in some motherfucking Eagles, some Bob Seger. He was down on Main Street. He was getting his issue on, right? So, hey, it was a good day that day. I remember this day. And I was just happy that my Theo was in good spirits because I knew he was sick, you know, and he was feeling good. And even if he wasn't going to tell me shit. You know what I mean? Pop one of your 100 pills and let's go. So anyways, my homeboy calls me and he was like, hey, I don't know if we're going to go. The chick that I'm with, she's not feeling too good. I said, no, fuck that. Leave her then, fool. Let's just go me and my Theo. He's all pumped up now. I don't want to deflate his balloon. You know what I mean? I don't want to fucking pop his fucking, you know, I don't want him to pop his pancreas. You know, his shit to be all fucked up. Let's just go. He's like, all right, look, I'll slide through about 8. I said, yeah, perfect timing. You know, so I took my Theo. I was like, hey, let's go eat. He was like, I thought your friend was going to come, man. Fuck that. I said, look, motherfucker, it's too early to go to the club. Shit ain't even open yet. The fuck you think this is, vato? You know what I mean? Oh, shit, I'm trying to get my dick up by 6. Fucking, you know, watch Price is Right by 7 and be in bed by 8. Well, you get the wrong day because you're at the real gauge right now, right? So I said, don't trip, this is how we going to do it. So me and him went out to Long John Silver. Already, I said it. Long John Silver went and got us a fucking, fucking, what do you call it? Some fucking fish and chips and some hush puppies. That's it. Already, so we got our grub on. And I remember he was being all loud, and the fucking waitress, the lady that was in there behind the counter, she was like, "Sir, you're gonna have to quiet down." And I was like, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, my uncle, he's a J-Cat." She was like, "I don't know what J-Cat is, but, Anyway, there was a bad situation. I was like, fuck, why you gotta embarrass me everywhere we go? We're arguing on the way out. He's like, I was just calling it like a shit. Bitch didn't want to break bread with tartar sauce. We got up out of there, right? So now we're posted up the house. It's about this pacing, like if he's in fucking New Folsom, right? In a cell in the oil. Just pacing back and forth. G'd up, smelling like straight up eternity and 3 flowers, right? Just mobbing. I'm just getting the scent of 3 flowers around the whole house. I'm like, bro, what happened, right? He was like, when's your homeboy gonna come? Hey, your homeboy's bullshitting. Call him again. Call me. I said, he's coming, bro. Don't trip. He goes, no, I'm supposed to be coming. But that's the problem is he's taking too long. I'm like, bro, who says you're gonna fuck any of these hyenas anyways? What makes you think in your mind they're gonna fuck with you? Look at you, Etta. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at me and look at you. You're here, Gucci. Ain't no one fucking with you, Sasuke. 501s. And in that fashion, I'm like, all right, wait up. Okay, look. He'll come. My homeboy pulls up. Little old beater car, man. Honda Accord. Nothing too major, right? My uncle gets out the door. Now, you got to understand, my uncle doesn't have a car. Hadn't had a car for the last 5-6 years, right? Just didn't have one. Just decided that for no other reason, he don't need one, right? Comes at the house and complains about the homeboy's car. Hey, bro, why we got to go to the club and that shit? We ain't gonna get no pussy. I was like, bro, it's his car. It's all good, bro. Don't trip. We're going to park that motherfucker and go in. It's all game, homie. You know what I mean? It's all on you. And he was like, nah. Let's take your shit. I said, nah, we're good. He's like, nope. Come on, man. You guys don't know. Back in our days, we used to pull up in the clean ride. That's how you got the bitch. They seen the ride. You know what I mean? They didn't want to fuck you. They want to fuck your car, homie. I'm wet. I roll around with the Mac and a Tech. I said, first of all, you don't roll around. You don't have no wetness, so you're not rolling around with the Mac and a Tech, and you ain't Messy Marv. You might smoke under the Richmond Bridge, but you're not Messy Marv. Get your ass in the car, fool. Hurry up, like that. Fuck. The homeboy's like, hey, is there a problem? I said, fuck. And I said, yeah, it is. This is my uncle. Here's the problem. Anyways, this is my Theo. Hey, this is Scott. There you guys go. Okay, Scott, you'll be buying him a lot of beer. Let's go. Come on. So Scott, the white guy, he's like, oh, your uncle's pretty loud, bro. And I was like, shh. You know what I mean? He's going to hear you. He's like, shh, not over that voice, right? So my uncle's, hey, what's up, fool? Yeah, I'm from Oakland, full town business. This is the city. They call me fucking JoJo, whoop-de-whoop. He's just screaming in the background. I'm like, hurry up and get to the club. I said, right there, right? So we get to the club. Okay, we get to the club. Now, when we walk in, of course, the bouncers in the front, they're carding people. They know us. Me and my homie go there all the time. We still flash the card like, bam, here we are. They're like, hey, what's up, fool? What's up, right? And so my homeboy always drinks Coronas, and he was like, hey, you want one? I got the first round. I said, yeah, give me one. Run that. I'm going to need that, white guy, right? Sprinkle that in, wood. Right, so he's like, I'm going to go get me a Corona. He says, hey, what does your uncle drink? I said, beer. Whatever. He doesn't give a fuck. Anything from hams to Schlitz, right? He'll fucking drink whatever. I said, yeah, he'll take a Corona, bro. He's like, I'm going to get some of the garlic fries, too. You think your Theo wants some? Yeah, he'll want some of those, too. I already know him. If not, he'll eat every fucking fry you have, bro. My uncle will debo him for his shit. He'll be like, hey, can I taste those? Bomb! And start just smacking him. That's just how he is. I know how my uncle is, right? So anyways, we go, we're sipping our beer. And of course, one of the chicks comes out. This Africana chick that I know, right? Melanie. She comes out. She's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, Christmas time. Boobs, not boob tubes, right? So I'm like, what's up, girl? She's like, hey, introduce me. I said, you're Scott. You know Scott. You know the white guy. You know what I mean? And this is my Theo. This is my uncle from California, man. And she was like, oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. But she ain't really, he's older. He's all sleeped out. G. She ain't really feeling that. She's just like, oh, okay. You want your dick sucked? Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's go. So we go straight to the back. And of course, I'm back there. Well, my uncle all of a sudden comes walking back there. Now, there's a bouncer that stays at the door. How he got past the bouncer, to what degree of fucking $5 he gave the bouncer, I can't call it. This motherfucker walks in. There's girls, there's girls naked around that motherfucking camp, right? He walks in there like, hey. I'm like, hey, fool. And he's like, hey, fool, I'm near back here. What's happening? Shit, hook it up. I'm like, nah. See, the way the hooking it up works around here is they gotta, hey, I'll be back. Your ladies, right? I walk him out of there and the bouncer, like, what the fuck? How do you get back there? I'm like, sit down, fool. He's like, hey, fool, why are you kicking it back there? You're supposed to be kicking it with me. I said, the whole plan is to get a mamon. You work on yours out here. Look, there's a fat fucking white chick right there, fucking playing, fucking over there, kicking back. Walk over there and pop your collar. Myself. I'm in the back. See, I'm VIP. I think, do I have to sign language you like if we're in the oil? I'm VIP. I'm over here doing something different. Scott never gets pussy unless he brings the chick. Tonight, his chick stood him up. So he's on a date right now with the Corona and some garlic fries. I said, everybody's winning. You know, you got to learn how to win. He's like, man, fuck that. He's being all loud. So now the strippers they're stripping, right? And the bad one comes out and she's fucking getting it, right? And my deal's stuck like that. You ever seen that fucking movie where the fucking fox's jaw drops and his eyes pop out with hearts? That's my deal, right? He's all happy. This Bob also breaks out his phone and I see him talking to, I said, he fucking started talking to himself? I'm tripping. My homeboy's like, hey, he's been doing that all night. I think he's talking to himself. Now, the vato had the mas puto shit in his ear, the Bluetooth. And the vato's talking to his old lady, hey, you'll never guess, bitch, where I'm at. Uh-huh. Yep. You should have sucked me out before he came. Because I'm telling you right now, right? Uh-huh. Yeah, what I'm looking at right now, yeah, let me see if I can put it on the camera. Right? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Bro, put your phone away. You're going to get us kicked out. He was like, it's all good. I'm just letting my old lady know I'm at the strip club. I'm seeing some big old tetas. Uh-huh. How does she like that? How you like me now? He's on his Kumo D shit. I'm like, oh, fuck this, right? Get me away from this guy. Mom, why you have a brother like this, right? So anyways, I'm in the back. I said, hey, you're on your own. I told my homeboy, hey, babysit homes or hey, I don't care. Choke them. Do whatever you do. At this point, bro, I don't give a fuck. I need 2 mamons from 2 different women right now because I need to relieve some stress. I'm stressing, right? Like a Smith & Wesson. So anyways, I'm in the back having the time. I'm jungle, oh. I'm back there getting my issue on. You know what I mean? I'm back there. Pour some sugar on me. Ooh, when you need the sugar, man. The strippers are over there dancing shit. This motherfucker, right? My homeboy calls me. I hear my phone buzzing, but it's in my pocket. You can't answer. I'm like, damn. So I look at it. It's Scott, 911, right? That motherfucker. Fuck, right? So I touch it. Hey, I got to bounce. They're like, oh, okay. So I come out. My boy Scott's right there. He's like this, all mad. I said, what happened, bro? He goes, hey, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. Your uncle's cool and shit, respects. And my uncle's over there harassing some fucking black dude over there. He's talking to him. Hey, yeah, I'm from Oakland, whoa, all loud. Acting like he's fucking, getting real urban. And she's like, yeah, man, the town business. Oh, power. He's over there. Right? I'm like, oh, hell no. That motherfucker's embarrassing. What's that? Right? He's like, hey, your uncle's cool and all, but, bro, I've already bought him like 15 beers, bro. He hasn't bought 1 round. I said, oh, he worked the white guy. He said, man, 2 orders of garlic fries, an order of cheese curds, and like 15 beers, bro. And he ain't bought nothing, dude. I was like, well, let me explain the way my uncle works, right? And needless to say, I told my uncle, hey, we're gone, fool. And he goes, hey, no, I'm having a good time. Let's kick it. I said, we're gone, right? So as we go to get in the car, this fool calls his old lady and he's arguing at the top of his lungs with his old lady. And we're trying to drive him. We're trying to turn the music up. He's bumping the Eagles. You know what I mean? He's like, welcome to the Hotel California. My uncle's in the back. This is a badass jam. Hey, bitch. You don't understand what I'm going to leave you. I'm living here forever. There's tits everywhere. I'm like, oh, fuck, right? I said, go to my house, bro. The homeboy's like, what's going? Please go to my house. Please. Please. I'm asking kindly, right? So he pulls up in front of my house. My dude's like, oh, that's it. It's over. It's all right. I'm just getting started. I said, no. Get the fuck off the car. He said, what do you mean? Mijo? Nah, mijo. All of a sudden. Get off the car. He was like, but I don't got the key. Here's the key. Here's the key. Go take your ass to sleep. You're done. He's like, oh, for your ticket, you're done. But it's early. I watch fucking whatever you want on TV. You're done, bro. He sounds like, hey, wait, let me put you on hold. Hey, Mio, are you sure? Because the way it looked, nah, bitch, wait up. I'm talking to my nephew, right? I'm like, oh, please, just somebody, give me the power I beg of you. Get the fuck off the car, right? Please, I love you. I admire you, motherfucker. I always wanted to be like you, but at this point right now, I'm going to choke you, right? Please get off the car. So, of course, he gets off the car, and that was it for the night. Next morning, when I do finally get in, because we went to other spots, right? When I do, he was like, "Hey, you're a scandalous motherfucker. I bet you had fun. I bet you got your hell on my money. You got your dick sucked about 10 times." I said, nah, I'm about 11. I would get my issue. Anyways, that's the type of uncle that I had. I had so much love and so much respect for him, but I was reminded of that story the other night. I thought I'd tell it to you guys. he was a good motherfucker, man. When we lost him, saddest moment in my life. I said one of probably the best speeches of all times. He was loved by many, hated by few, respected by all, right? And in that fashion. That's just the type of motherfucker he was. You know, he never stepped on anyone's toes and did die a solid individual, functioning, right? So, you know, it's feels like that we all have. And that what I wanted to tell people is like, I know sometimes, man, they get a little bit crazy coming from that era and a little bit loud and a little bit wild. If you do have a feel like mine, embrace that, man. You know, if they let them act how they want to act, man. Remember, you're gonna regret it when they're gone. You know, I think about it every day. It's funny because I go on YouTube and my uncle was actually in a whole bunch of different music videos. How this fucker got in music videos, I don't know. He knew all the rappers. This fucker knew everybody, right? Serio, he was respected like that. I got pictures of him with Jay Style and Baby Bash, fucking pictures with Filthy Rich, with Mozzie. This motherfucker knew everybody. Palabra, peace shot, right? But one thing I will say is, I do sometimes turn on these music videos and see my uncle in the back dancing, and it gives me a jolt, man. It keeps me going. It keeps me motivated. That's his way of saying, hey, motherfucker, don't stop because we can't stop because we won't stop. We'll not stop. Anyways, just a story for the day. Everyone, go get your uncle. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about familia. And we got Thanksgiving coming up, and I hope you have a happy one and a great one with your family. Garnish it, cherish it. It's all we got, you know. If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe one time with a thumbs up. If not, you can hit me with that thumbs down. Here's going to be the head that wears Gun Loco's crown. And we're going to continue to strive and struggle for what we truly believe in, and that's the unity of all people and people having it their way. You know what I mean? My way and your way. Our way. The gun. Bang, bang.